All right, so in this video, we're going to be talking about the lie that you need to have super big winners and very little losses to be successful as a trader. So have like really big risk reward, right? All the gurus, everybody says you gotta have big winners, right? And I'm here to tell you that that is completely false. It's 100% false. My entire trading career has been built on singles, has been built on low hanging objectives. That's what got me to where I am. That's what got me to becoming the full time trader that I now am, is by taking those low hanging objectives, by taking those singles, not by, slamming it out the park. Now, throughout my entire trading career, have I had those times where I've got like super big winners? Yeah, sure. But normally, I'd say my trades end up in the range of like, on average, 1 to 1, sometimes maybe a bit over 1 to 1. And I clean up just fine doing it just like that. And then the argument is, because whenever I say this, people always, comment the obvious. You got to be right more times than not to be profitable. And yep, that's true. But guess what? If you have a true edge in the marketplace, you truly know what you're doing, you truly understand price, being correct more than half the time, that's no fucking problem. It's no fucking problem. If you really know what you're doing, you have no issue being right more times than not. Okay, if you can't manage to do that with a 1 to 1, then you probably don't understand price that well. Okay, now am I saying that's the only way to do things? Of course not. I know you can make money with the 2 to 1, a 3 to 1, 4 to 1, etc. But I can just tell you from my personal experience that this is what I've always gravitated to, and this is what a lot of people, I'd be willing to bet, and a lot of you listen to this, if you were to switch your styles to that particular, the 1 to 1, that low hanging objective range, I'd bet you start to, kind of find your footing a bit more, meaning I bet you'd start to gravitate more towards that. Some wouldn't, but a lot of people right now, they're stuck in that mindset of trying to force these huge risk reward type of deals because, well, they just heard somebody say that's how they have to do it, right? They got to have bigger wins and losses. Then they force that, and it's not really, it doesn't fit them. It doesn't fit them. All right, home runs, swinging for those huge winners, it's really never fit me. I like the low hanging digits. I like the singles. All right, that's what made me a millionaire. That's what got me to where I am right now. So don't let anybody tell you that that is the only way to trade. It's not. It's not the only way to trade. Okay, you can clean up with 1 to 1. You can get rich with a 1 to 1. I'm telling you. All right. But also another thing that people don't seem to realize whenever they get into it and they start trying to trade with big risk reward is the deal when you have big risk reward type of deals is that you're going to have more losses. And beginners, they seem to forget that. They seem to forget that that's the trade-off. You're going to have more losses. That comes with having big risk reward. That's the whole point of trading big risk reward, so you can afford to have more losses. So you can afford to lose more often. But what I've found with the vast majority of the traders that I have taught is most people don't gravitate towards that style. It's tougher on their psychology. Okay, having that high win rate is easier on their psychology. Now you're still gonna have losing streaks. You're still gonna have drawdowns. There's no way to get around that. Even with a high winning streak or a high win rate strategy, it's still gonna be the case, but it's not as severe, I guess you could say, right? And so that's something that people don't think about. They think they can have like these huge win rates with just enormous risk reward, and that's silly. If you want that type of deal, if you want the high win rate, then that's why you go with low hanging objectives. That's the point of it. That's the point of it. You go for low hanging objectives. You go for those simple 1 to 1s. You take your money, you're done with it. You're on to the next. Take your money, you're on to the next already. That's how you operate. All right. So I invite you, to explore that. Okay. I'm giving you that permission. I'm telling you, there's more to trading than just having, huge winners, small losses. I even know people that have negative risk reward. I don't do that, but I know some people, not very many, I gotta say, not very many, but I know some people that have negative risk reward and clean up. Okay, I'm talking about less than 1-to-1. I don't go lower than the 1-to-1, and sometimes I'll get a little bit over 1-to-1, but typically not much more. And that's where I stay in that range. Okay, that's what works for me. That's what made me rich. That's what got me to where I am. That's what I'm gonna continue to fucking do, right? So I just want to make that quick video. If you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you later.